MLB named their 2026 Hall of Fame class today. All right, Carlos Beltrán and Andruw Jones, congratulations. You guys, oh, and Jeff Kent are your newest Hall of Famers. Okay, and I want to talk about two things with this. And I don't know, me and you haven't talked baseball too much. What do you know? Throw me a little bit about your baseball background. Baseball. Are you a Guardians, Indians guy?
Yeah, of course, all the way.
Of course you are.
But Carlos Beltrán, like out of all these names, Carlos Beltrán is the one I've heard the most consistently out of this class. Other than that, periodically I tune into playoffs, things like that. But
that's fair.
This may be something I need to tap back into.
You have to, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to pique your interest right now because, guys, Carlos Beltrán is. Let's just set the stage for you. So Carlos Beltrán is he's a switch hitter, one of the greatest switch hitters of all time. Right? He played for the Kansas City Royals and the Mets predominantly. That's where he played a little time with the Yankees, but he's into the Hall of Fame, guys. Now, Carlos Beltrán, and this is the question. It's less about their careers, but I want to talk about sort of what goes into a Hall of Famer. And this is in every sport because I think the criteria from when I was a young kid and the criteria now have changed just an enormous amount. So first of all, let's talk, because we're talking baseball now. So obviously some of the greatest baseball players of all time are marred by cheating scandals and steroid scandals, just bad things that have forced some of the best players of all time to not be members of the Baseball Hall of Fame, okay? So I want to take it back to like 2019 when Beltrán was implicated as the ringleader in the Houston Astros cheating scandal. So they won a World Series, all right? Not one single player was held accountable from this team. But not one player missed one game, and they were proven to have been guilty in this, right? At first, it was a trash can banging, if you recall. And then there was even rumors that guys had buzzers on their body. And they all attributed it back to Carlos Beltrán, who, when this came out, was just named the manager of the New York Mets. He was then fired before he had a chance to manage even one game with the Mets, okay? So my question for you is this. Right now, Barry Bonds, erode, Roger Clemens, guys of that ilk, I mean, some of the greatest baseball players to ever play baseball are not in the Hall of Fame because they are deemed cheaters. And my question is, what cheating is okay? Is buzzers and banging trash cans and using the technology that they say we're not allowed to use, where you've been caught cheating, less of cheating than steroids was? Like, what do you think, Malik? Talk to me about this topic, because I'm seeing guys who are infinitely better players that are not being allowed in, that people, I think, believe would have been Hall of Famers irregardless. Like, I think Barry Bonds and erode and Clemens, those guys are sailing into Cooperstown even without steroids. And everybody else was doing it, and the league was benefiting from it. But somehow they are still blacklisted, while lesser players who apparently cheated on a lower scale. I mean, isn't cheating?
Yeah, it is. So, like, if you are going to enable the cheating in this case and allow this guy to get in, you have to consider the other guys just off of that alone.
Right.
Like that's enough right there. Because like now it makes, you're saying that this is okay to do.
Right.
So now every other form of cheating has to be okay to do.
Right. And in no sense or any semblance do I want to make it like I think steroids are okay. I do not condone steroids. We do not condone steroids. But I think one of them, wearing a buzzer on your body and getting buzzed on an off-speed pitch where you know a curveball is coming, or you're using technology in center field to tell me this is going to be a changeup, that is directly impacting. That eliminates an entire facet of baseball where you have to sit back and you have to decipher a pitch and you have to adjust and actually make contact, right? I think that is almost more damaging than a guy who, granted, if Barry Bonds hit a ball that would have gone 385, now it goes 405. He's still got to hit the ball. He's still got to put the work in. He's still got to make himself the greatest hand-to-ball hitter, we've ever seen. And that's not, it's directly impacting the game where balls that may land on a warning track are now going into the sixth row. But I almost deem buzzers and technology worse than cheating, especially in that sport, right? It's not like we're talking UFC or football where you can hurt somebody. But in baseball, it seems to me like it's like a lesser of two evils, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like you were saying, like he still has to make contact with the ball. There's still work that has to be done with you doing steroids. Like, I could do steroids right now. That doesn't mean I can go out there and hit 700 home runs.
Right.
But I'm sure if I have some mechanical system connected to me, I can predict the pitch and hit it a lot more, and my odds will go up.
Because I think a lot of people say the hardest thing in sport is hitting a baseball. And it's not a matter of like a fastball's coming. I'm going to tell you a fastball's coming. You hit it. The hard part is knowing that a guy throws a 102-mile-an-hour fastball, an 85-mile-an-hour changeup, and a 90-mile-an-hour curve. And you have to think about all three of these in your head and in like a matter of a couple of hundredths of a second, decipher what's what and get bat to ball, which is infinitely harder. And it's made way easier by knowing this is coming right now, right? So I think that's my thoughts on it. Malik seems to echo that. So guys, let us know what you think about the MLB Hall of Fame and whether, you know, all the steroid guys deserve to be in or Carlos Beltrán deserves to be in, or neither or both, guys. Check in with us and let us know.